THS, I'm Sally and Bree.
And I'm Annika Storms. Welcome to WHTV News.
Our first segment looks into fines at THS. Fines are important to keep an eye out on. If left unpaid, they could restrict students from participating in important events throughout one's high school career.
Here's Aiden with the scoop on fines.
There may be a shroud of mystery when it comes to student fines and how to pay them. This video may clear up some of your queries. Student fines can be charged for many reasons: unreturned textbooks, library books, and sports uniforms.
So when students check out books, they are allowed to keep them for 3 weeks. After those 3 weeks, they'll start getting emails about what the book actually costs to replace. But we don't charge. It's not like, I know in the past people have charged 5 cents for every day that it's late or something like that. We don't do that as long as we get that book back.
It's not very often that we actually have to charge anything. I think a lot of students believe that they're going to be charged, but they're not. So if there is a fine, it's typically because of broken screens if they don't have insurance, and occasionally broken keyboards, occasionally a hinge or two.
Accumulated debt can be accessed by going to WSD Bookmarks, SIS K-12 Classroom 360, logging in, and then going to the Fees and Billing tab.
There's two things they can do. You can either settle out your debt or you can set up a payment plan. And they would need to go see their assistant principal, and they can make up a plan for how they're going to pay their debt off over a certain amount of time. There's no issues with setting up payment plans. It's just you got to make that initial attempt to go set it up to show that you're in good faith, want to do that before we're going to sell you a prom ticket or give you your graduation supplies.
Not paying fines can result in being unable to walk during graduation, not allowed to attend school functions like prom, or being unable to get a parking pass. Fines can be paid to Financial Secretary Janelle White in the main office. She may also be able to accept the return of some missing items. This has been Aiden Storms reporting. Back to the studio.
Paying fines is very important for maintaining integrity through school funding and to encourage the learning of effective financial practices.
Another factor that is vital for the school environment is having involved and committed teachers. Jolie has a story about the THS Teacher of the Year.
This year's Teacher of the Year is Miss Natalie DeYoung. She has spent 21 years in the Wentzville School District and 10 of those years in Timberland High School. This is her first time winning this award.
I feel blessed. I feel honored. I really appreciate my colleagues recognizing the hard work that I feel I put in. I like to goof off a lot too, so I appreciate the fact that they see that I do work hard even though I'm kind of silly sometimes. The reason I became a teacher is really because I never had a teacher that I connected with at school. I always kind of felt like an outsider whenever I was growing up in the school, and I didn't really click with anybody. And I wanted to turn around and be that person for someone else, to be someone that they feel comfortable coming and hanging out in my classroom or connecting with me on some level so that they know that there's someone at the school that cares about them, because I never got that myself. And to connect with kids and teach them something, whether it's something in English or something about the real world or just something that they can generally take and apply across all academic areas as well as into their own personal lives. I just want to have an impact on some way.
DeYoung teaches Exploration of English 1 and Learning Strategy classes and co-teaches English 2 with Andy Dubisky.
She can be brutally honest in a way that makes kids love her. You know, she can say the hard things, but for some reason, kids love it when she's like that, and they really she's hard on them, but they know that she would do anything for them.
First off, congratulations to Mrs. DeYoung for winning the Teacher of the Year for this school year. She's a wonderful teacher. Her strengths are wonderful personality and caring for students and other staff in the building. I think she is one of the best I've ever seen at building relationships with kids. And that's what makes her special in the classroom, is her unique ability to build those strong relationships to where the kids want to perform at a high level for her as a teacher.
DeYoung spends her time going between two classrooms, her classroom 259 and Dubisky's classroom 262. Consider dropping by and saying congratulations next time you see her. This is Jolie Jeanette reporting. Now back to the studio.
Congratulations to this year's Teacher of the Year.
We really do have a lot of skilled teachers here, as well as an amazing staff working hard to make the school the best it can be.
Head librarian Elizabeth Farron is making improvements in the library. Sally has the scoop.
Sally Embry reporting. A Timberland alumna, Elizabeth Farron, returned this year. She's the new librarian, but not new to Timberland. Since August 21st, several changes have been made to the library under her leadership.
When I was in school, I actually went to this school, which is fun, but I loved English. I actually loved a lot of my classes. I loved most of my classes and all of my teachers, and I had a really great high school experience. So being able to come back and kind of pull the things that I loved the best from my own experience, and then what I learned, kind of going out and coming back and being a teacher and just combining all of those things into how I do this job. Timberland is home for me. It has always been home. I went here and by chance ended up back here. My family is from this area. My husband's family is from this area. He also went to Timberland. So it really is just a place that holds a lot of memories for us, and it's a special place to be.
The changes made under Ms. Farron's leadership of the library include a new organization of books, a new mural, an upcoming aquarium, a student art gallery, board games, and speakers who come in during dinner time to talk with students. Ms. Farron said that she makes sure the speakers reflect student interests. Mr. Bosch gives his opinion on the new addition of speakers.
That's a wonderful thing because it offers a chance for more engagement. Again, just gives people a chance to come into the library and see things from different perspectives, which is what books do too, right? So this is a wonderful moment for them to do the same thing, just visually. The atmosphere in the library is not the same as a traditional classroom with just these rows. Like the kids can get up and move around, and there's more engagement, a little more freedom, and it's just a different space to do different things. It just offers more variety of options for the teachers. So it's a great place to come in.
Though food is not allowed in the library, students are. Ms. Manley, the library assistant, said that on average, 50 students are present during den time.
When I'm done eating, I go into the library and I often play games with my friends like Uno, Candyland, anything fun. And they also have like other cool things, so you can check out games if you really want them. So they have a lot of cool things in here. It's a lot better than it had been previous years. It gives more space for people who would like want to hang out into the library. And my favorite change is that we're getting an aquarium. So I like the new changes in the library.
The library is open from 7 a.m. to 3:25 p.m. Students are welcome to drop by whenever testing is not going on. The library is also somewhat restricted for quiet usage only on Tuesdays and Thursdays after school for test proctoring. The library is located above the cafeteria, room 200. Now back to the studio.
The library looks like a great place to hang out during lunch. I'm definitely going to keep that in mind.
I agree, but you know what's been on my mind lately?
Do you want me to guess, or do you want to just tell me?
I'll just tell you. We visited this really cool pet salon and couldn't just keep it to ourselves. For today's commercial break, here's a community spotlight created by the broadcast media team.
I'm the owner of Salon de Fluff, and I am a nationally certified master groomer. I started this business 4 years ago, and I have been grooming for 20 years. I just have a passion for animals and being creative, and that sort of gives us the way to do both of those at the same time. So we try to do things on a real low stress level. So we work with the client and the pet and try and get them used to it. Sometimes they'll come in, for little visits, and we get them used to little things. And we also have a lot of tools that we use that help minimize stress.
Honestly, my favorite part is making the dogs feel good. One of my favorite parts is when they're excited to come in, but making them feel good, making them feel safe, helping them out however they need it. That's the whole reason I'm in the business.
I just really like animals, so especially dogs. They're very fun. So we don't like to push the animals. We don't want them to be uncomfortable with grooming. So like for example with puppies, we recommend that you start them at a young age.
Making sure every animal feels most comfortable and happy here, so there's no anxiety. Makes it a lot easier for the owners and the groomers when they want to be here rather than being forced to.
So all of the cats that we have in this little adoption room, they're all from the St. Charles Pet Adoption Center. And then they are here for people to come meet them and help them get adopted.
Besides wanting to play with all the fluffy creatures, I've been really wanting a t-shirt for my club, and I don't know how to begin that process.
You know what? I heard that there's a print shop where those in the Winsville School District can order custom shirts for all kinds of events.
Here's a story by Danny about the print shop.
Have you ever purchased a custom designed shirt? Well, it may have came from the Wolf Prints print shop. The 4 classes, graphic design, marketing 2 and 3, accounting, and creative design lab come together to manage their finances, create designs, burn them onto shirts, and disperse them amongst customers, according to DECA advisor and marketing teacher Rachel Ellers.
According to Ellers, the process starts after teachers fill out a Google form to start their order. They then get into contact with the project manager, Carson McLean, and other Marketing 3 students to gather details.
Meeting these other people and being able to collaborate with them is definitely, it's very interesting because we all have different ideas and we all have different parts that we play.
According to Ellers, as soon as they receive the orders, the crew will organize their tasks through a software called Trello to disperse work among the classes.
We have a lot of orders and sometimes we have a lot of uh-ohs, but we're really just trying to get the hang of it, make sure we're doing what's best for our students. It's very much communication based.
According to art educator Brandy Coates, both graphic design 1 and 2 students will work on designing the graphics and work together with the marketing students to burn screens, apply designs, and dry them.
I like the sketching outfit. It's just trying to making as many designs as possible and then trying to combine what I like about them and making my finished design from that.
Accounting students will buy the shirts to be printed on, and at the end of the process will then check over the shirts for errors or imperfections, according to senior Carter Simmons.
I just think it's really cool that we get to collaborate across many different departments because I feel like I'm getting a real world experience.
According to counting teacher Carrie Seiler, the price range per shirt is $5 to $9, which depends on the size printed on and the colors used. You can complete the Google form to place an order by using this link. Back to the studio.
And now, for sports. Winter sports are in full swing, so let's get started. This month, we are super excited to introduce 2 guest reporters from digital media. Caitlin Thomas, covering girls wrestling, and Jenna Mayer, covering girls swim. Girls basketball will be covered by Alexa.
Girls wrestling season is underway at Timberland High School this year. There's currently 17 girls on the team, and this is only the 5th year that Timberland has had girls wrestling. The goal of the season is to bring home a first place trophy, according to the coach, Mr. Friese.
Of course, get better at wrestling, but the goal is to make them better people throughout their life. Hopefully it makes them think of their consequences and actions and treat everybody with respect. It also makes you determined to do anything because you can do everything once you wrestle. It's a very committed sport, something you have to get dedicated to. And some go out to other sports, some take a break, some go full-time in the off-season and try to be the best wrestler they can be. Join Timberland Wrestling.
Friese started coaching 9 years ago after wrestling in college. Girls wrestling ranges from all grades and weight classes. Last year, 7 records were broken, which means every single record set for girls wrestling was passed.
Well, Friese was who got me into it. I went to do it with some friends, and I met some good people from it. Winning my first match was the best accomplishment I've had, and seeing my growth throughout the sport. The best part of being on the team is the people I've met from it, and how all of us have just started to become a family.
There are 20 contest days coming up in the girls wrestling season. Check out the social media for the team at THSG Wrestling for Instagram and Twitter.
Girls Swim and Dive is a Timberland High School winter sport. There are currently 20 swimmers on the girls swim team.
The THS girls swim team practices in Wentzville or O'Fallon. The time and location depends on the pools and the coach's availability.
I definitely love morning practices over afternoon practices because I don't have anything afternoon because we already did swim this morning. So I love spending time afternoon with my friends or doing my homework and things like that.
I think that the girls really make this more of a family type of thing. We have a lot of team dinners. This is so much different than other sports that they go out and do outside of school because they have so many activities that they have jammed in there that they do together that it makes it one big happy family, and we love it.
Last year when I swam, I had really bad nerve damage, and I had to get that fixed, and it was very hard to swim. because like I ended up like passing out in the pool, so that was definitely a challenge. I think it made me a better swimmer actually, because it helped me like push through and everything. So
the best part of swimming is that we never have a dull moment. Like everyone's always laughing, everyone's always making a joke, and everyone just loves each other, and it just makes it such a fun environment. Like you never want to miss practice because you never want to miss something funny or something that someone does.
It's better than club and like any of the other team stuff I've done because everybody's nicer and it's not as like strict, and I go to school with all these people, so I get to see them more.
The team's goal this year is to get top 8 in state competition according to Carlson. The schedule for upcoming meets can be found on the THS website under Winter Sports. Now, back to the studio.
According to Brad Scheller, the girls' basketball season starts the last week of October and ends in March. Let's take a look into the 2023-2024 girls' basketball team.
My favorite part about game days is like the atmosphere and like the feeling that you get, but not the nervous feeling, but the anticipation, especially like the home game atmosphere, like knowing that we finna play here. The atmosphere of girls basketball is something that's like really, I can't really describe, but just know it's a good one. I would definitely say what motivates me on the court is my teammates. They really hype me up. They keep me going. They like definitely get me in the mood.
I would say my teammates motivate me because they always push me to be better, and if I'm doing bad, they pick me up. I love my teammates so much, and they literally are the best ever, and I wouldn't have anybody else. I just love them so much.
We're working hard in practice. I think they're getting along quite well. I think they're, they come to practice every day and work hard, so I think we're doing okay. I know they're ready to play games and not having to listen to me at practice every day.
According to Misha, there's over 20 girls' varsity basketball games this season.
I think the goals for this year is to do well in conference, get to the championship game of our 3 tournaments, and get to the district championship. I think we have the talent to do it. And like I said, it's always nice to get to the championship games of tournaments and play for a trophy.
I think that everybody should come out and support because the girls basketball team is a good team to be around.
I think students should come to the girls' basketball games because I think we're good. I don't know what other people might say, but I think we're good.
And for whatever reason, every school I've been at, the boys get a bigger crowd, and I don't, I do. I think the girls deserve it. The games are back to back, and I know the girls love having that crowd. Makes them probably play a little harder, and you guys, you need to come to watch the girls play. They're a good group and they work hard, so come watch them play.
According to the show, the girls have 2 games a week, maybe 3 depending on tournaments. The next girls varsity game is January 18th against Troy. Consider stopping by if you have a chance. This is Alexa Adams reporting for WHC News. Now back to the studio.
Thanks for watching, Timberland. See you next month.